Okay, so I met my quota today. I'm doing a quota on rideshare about at least 40. Today I made 50 every day. And I met my quota. So I'm going back to the house and maybe watch a mathematics video or a remodel. Yeah, I need to watch some remodel videos and then go to sleep. And then get up and start over. Go to work, keep my quota. I got plenty to keep me busy. I went through a year. I took a year off. What I did is last year, because I did rideshare for 10 years plus full-time job, and I said I need a year off. So I took a year off of rideshare. And from like July till December, I just went to work and went home. And just was meditating, you know. Meditating on how everything is the now, and also how if you get in a alpha state of meditation, you can actually write into the script. So I'm creating a pattern, at least $40 a day rideshare or more, $50 a day, and then they'll throw in a tip. I'll probably get a few tips tonight or in the morning. But you start to set a pattern. This is how you do it. So I'm also investing, in some options, call option. I've got this one stock. I bought 100 shares and I'm just selling a call option out 2 weeks out. Every 2 weeks. And if I do it at 70, 80%, I know I'm going to win. And so if I do it 4 weeks out, it's pretty sure I'm going to win. But if you do it at 80% win rate, you can probably get about 40% return on your money just doing the call options. The price of the stock might go down, but that's all right. You can sell it for a month, do the call option a month out or 2 months out or 3 months out. You know it's up and down anyway. And if you get into a stock over time, slowly, when it goes down, when it dips, you buy 50 shares or 10 shares, whatever you can buy. And so when you get into a stock over a period of time, let's say 6 months or whatever, then your average cost goes down if you buy when it goes down. And so you could also, to get in it at a lower price, you could also sell put options, and when you have to buy it, and then you turn around and just sell call options. And I think that's how Warren Buffett said he got rich, selling put options. And as soon as you have to buy one, you sell a put sell a put option, you have to buy the stock, and then you just sell call options every month. And you just have to find the sweet spot, whether it's every 2 weeks, a month, or whatever, 2 months. And don't put all your eggs in one basket. Do that with like 5 or 10 stocks, and then if one of them goes bankrupt, at least you made your money back on that. It's kind of like if you put it this way, you buy some real estate and you rent out a space every month. That's what a call option is, or a put option. You just make money off of that investment of that stock. I don't understand why they don't teach us in school, and I don't know why everybody's not doing it. Everybody should be doing this. And so what I'm going to try to do is experiment this year with call options and put options on different stocks, and see if I can get 40% return on my money. One year I was selling call options and put options, and I was able to save up $20,000 like in a year and a half. Just doing the stocks. I remember one stock I bought and it shot up and I made $4,000 in an hour. It's like, wow, if I would have left it in there and not got scared, I'd have probably made $15,000, but I kind of got scared and took it out. It was the Riot stock. The Riot stock, when it went up, I had it for $3 a share, and it went up and up, and eventually went up to $70 or something. If I'd have left it in there, and I'd have probably made, I had a lot of shares. I probably would have made $80,000, but I got scared and took the money and ran. I took the money and ran. $4,000. I could have made an unbelievable amount of money, but I got scared. So this last year, I went through some growth spurts, like everybody. We're still down here, so we're going to grow, you know. And so I'll probably, if I don't make my quota during the day, I'll probably go home, take a shower, and eat something, and go back out. So I'll probably be doing some videos late night like I used to, and I'll try to come up with some good content. You know, like the car was tailgating me. See, after you do Uber a while, things don't upset you anymore. Because you know how people are. And a lot of times, if something upsets you, you know, the only thing that I guess it would upset me is if your potential, I'll just say the word, I don't even believe in girlfriend, but let's say your girlfriend is a potential future mate or whatever. That's the only thing that could probably upset you if they're acting crazy and it doesn't work out and all that stuff. But to be honest with you, you get to a point, if somebody's acting foolish, saying stupid stuff, acting stuff, selfish, you get to a point where you say, okay, yeah, I love you, but I'd rather be by myself and have peace than put up with this junk. You know, it might be lonely without them, but it eventually goes away. After about 2 or 3 months, you get used to a new life. You hate to see, you know, I have the mindset of not ever cutting people off, but people cut themselves off. People can push you to the limit, you know. And so some people you have to just cut off. You might care about them. You might love them. You might be in love. But they push you to the limit, you know. And they do stupid stuff. And they got to go on down the road because you worship God. You don't worship a human. And especially if a woman goes into the queen bee mindset where she wants to be worshipped and believe the culture lie. This culture lie. Worship me. Take me out to fancy restaurants. No, you help me run a business and we'll be able to buy the fancy restaurant. But this help meet suitable they tried to flip the help meet suitable thing up to queen bee. Worship me. Kiss my feet. Whatever. No, I don't think so. But you're in love with me. You won't leave me. You're in love with me. You will let me just do whatever. Yeah, okay. Let's see how that works out. It ain't gonna work out for you. Yeah, but you won't be happy without me. I'm happy in God. I can go down here to local church and find me a church family. I got a church family online of people I talk to. But I got doing rideshare. I have better conversation. I just had a conversation for a guy from East Africa. He speaks French, English, Swahili, and something else. I had a better conversation with him, and he hardly speaks much English than most people that you were either family, you might be dating or married or family or friends. I had a better conversation with him than I did the average person. People are weird. People don't really know how to have here's my experience in life. Okay, let's say whether it's a family or a spouse or whatever. People don't know how to do that separation thing. Like if you treat your family as strangers and treat your strangers like family. If people followed that, they'll say it, but they don't do it. They don't do it. They can't follow through with it. They'll curse you out or say something stupid or say this or try to put some fake identity on you. Here's what blows my mind about people if you're around them too long. They think they know you, and they don't. They try to project some kind of fake reality onto you that's not even real. That's what blows your mind. They project a reality based on their perception of you. And when you try to say, look, okay, so you know this part of me, but I'm telling you stuff, you really, unless you go to work with me and see how I work, unless you do some ride share, unless you over there helping me remodel and deal with renters and deal with neighbors, unless you're that, you don't really know me. And so this is a topic, somebody needs to write a book on this, that people think they know you and they don't. They project some kind of identity on you that's not even real. It's a figment of their imagination. They don't know your core. And you don't even know yourself. The heart's deceitfully wicked, who can know it? God knows your heart. He knows you better than you know yourself. Now you might, if you're self-aware, if you pay attention to your thoughts, you cut off the noise. I did turn on the Christian radio station.
Fed, get them into the hands of those who need them.
But a lot of that stuff is just fake reality too. A lot of people that try to get into your world, it's a fake reality. They want to be in your world so you can support them, but they're not there to support you. They want to be in your world that they can depend on you, but you can't depend on them. It's not reciprocal. It's a one-way thing. And so when somebody's wanting you to put all the effort in and they put no effort in, it's time to walk away. And they don't think you're going to walk away. But you can't take so much, I call it abuse. It's like subtle abuse. It's like abuse that's like very subtle. And when you see the human heart up close, where somebody's just a user, abuser, liar, cheater, game player, con artist, psychopath, Jezebel, Delilah, when you see that and you're face to face with it, but they gaslit you and future faked you and they did all that stupid stuff, mirrored you. And then, okay, so you believed the facade, and then slowly the mask starts to break, and you realize, and then this person might even say, well, I'm just going to be myself. If you don't like me, so what? Yeah, you should have been yourself from the get-go. You know? But they know, because they know they're crazy, so if they would have been themselves from the get-go, they couldn't have pulled you in and locked you down with some kind of fake love, you know, because you were actually in love with a person that don't even exist. And that's what's crazy about it.
How you doing?
I went in the restaurant. I went in that store and those guys were talking, and that one guy came in. He was buying something. He said, "You got 50 cents?" He didn't have enough money to buy his little cigarette thing. I said, "Nah, I don't have cash. I ain't your daddy. I ain't your daddy. I ain't your brother. Got 50 cents. Smoke his little blunt, whatever he bought." It's a crazy world out here. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, I was talking about how people put on and they want you to go the extra mile, but they won't. They want you to sacrifice, but they won't. They won't even lift. They want you to lift your thumb, and they won't even lift their pinky, you know. They want you to use 4 fingers and they won't even use one. And, oh, I know what I was talking about. How they pretend to be something they aren't. You know, they say they love you to pull you in. And you're like, well, you know, you don't really know me. Let's meet and let's talk. And then you kind of get used to them and fall in love with them. And then the mask starts to break and you're like, oh, I was in love with something fake. It wasn't even real. And then they try to be real and you're like, oh, you're the most selfish person I ever met in my entire bleeping life. My whole bleeping life, I ain't think I've ever met anybody like you. That's selfish, so overt. It's not even covert anymore. It started out covert, then it turned into overt. And so when it's overt selfishness, instead of covert, you know that person has got a lot of pride. That person's going for broke, you know. And so the master manipulating system that we're in, you know, I can understand how back in the day, the prophets lived out in the woods by themselves. And the good thing about having these rideshare apps, I don't get bored at night. If I do get bored, and I definitely don't watch it, I definitely don't have a TV and I don't listen to music. So if I do get bored, I just go clean the car and turn the car on and go make some money. And then do a video like this. That guy at the restaurant, at the store just now, tells me that the predators are everywhere, and the people who think the very thing that I was talking about, how some female wants you to worship her, serve her, clean her feet, but she don't want to do her duty and do what's right. I walk in there and some stranger wants me to pay for his cigarette or his blunt or whatever. Yeah. I just got away from your kind, so I'm on hypervigilance. No, you're not getting 50 cents from me. You're not even getting a quarter from me to buy a cigarette. Why would I support? I didn't support the habit with a female. Why would I support a habit with a stranger? I'm not your daddy. You know, come on. They want you to support their habit, whether it's drinking or whatever their habit is. Nah, it ain't gonna happen.